Skinny Hard Away Southern T. Back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If this your first time, do your boy solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well. We talk this good boxing, MMA, sports, parlays, predictions every single day, not just today. Today we're here with a boxing EP. Some news you could use, a little bit of some sad news, right? If you was looking forward to this fight, Tszyu versus Keith Thurman has officially been canceled. Keith Thurman, from what I'm hearing, he tore his bicep in training, so he had to pull out of the fight. So Tszyu versus Keith Thurman will be no more, right? So, that's a little bit of bad news, you know what I mean, for the boxing world. So, so forth, right? We got the Tank, Frank fight, right? No announcement on it yet, right? But you got that fight sitting in the air. Tszyu and Keith Thurman to this point was, one of the bigger namesake fights, most definitely that was set to take place this year. So it has been canceled. It's going to leave Tszyu, you know what I mean, looking for an opponent, and Keith Thurman is going to have to get healthy, right? But you know what I thought of in the midst of all this? Instead of getting sad, I feel like this is an opportunity for us to get an even better fight, an even bigger fight, and a fight that makes a whole lot more sense, right? And a fight that makes a whole lot more sense than Keith Thurman and Tszyu. I think this will be a perfect opportunity, you know what I mean, to have Tszyu versus Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford and Errol Spence, has been canceled. The second fight, it has been canceled, due to a contract breach. They the allotted time expired on said contract. Neither team could come to an agreement, so we're not going to get that. We had those rumors, about Bud Crawford possibly fighting Chris Eubank Jr. Well, Brian Bomac McIntyre, he came out and said that those rumors about him fighting Chris Eubank Jr. were false and they weren't true at all, right? So we're not going to get Bud Crawford versus Chris Eubank Jr. So we're not going to get Keith Thurman versus Tszyu because Keith Thurman has a bicep injury, and we're not going to get Bud Crawford versus Chris Eubank Jr. Bud Crawford has expressed interest in going up, and this makes what's good, Jazz. And this makes perfect sense because Bud Crawford is currently the 147-pound WBO champion, right now. Tszyu is the current 154-pound WBO champion right now. I don't know if this fight could get scheduled for that PBC time slot in the same date, although it could, right? Because Bud Crawford was just, in business with the PBC. They just decided to go their separate ways because they couldn't come together on the Errol Spence fight, right? But Tszyu is a PBC fighter. Bud Crawford is the current champ at 147 pounds for the WBO, and he's moving up, right? Maybe we could get Bud Crawford versus Tszyu next. You know what I mean? That'll be an even bigger and an even better fight. If we're lucky, maybe go ahead and slide it in, on that Tszyu date. Bud Crawford is always in the gym. Bud Crawford is always ready, right? He had interest in going up anyway, you know what I mean? So I think this would be a perfect opportunity. Now, in the perfect world, we could get it on the same date, right? But even if we can't get it on the same date, right, I think this brings a lot of, opportunity and a lot of space, you know what I mean, to maybe get a Tszyu versus Bud Crawford fight to happen in a fight that makes a little more sense anyway than Tszyu and Keith Thurman. Shout out to my guy Frank. They said they canceled it. Damn, I did see Thurman was injured. Yep, Thurman got injured. He injured his bicep, so the fight, has been canceled. You know what I mean? Now, some people thought this fight, some people wanted to see this fight. Some people really didn't care too much for it, right? I didn't think that it made a whole lot of sense, but I most definitely was going to watch it, right? You know what I mean? I think now we could focus more so on getting the fight that makes sense. You got Bud Crawford wanting to go up to 54, right? Tszyu needs an opponent, right? Bud Crawford just did business with the PBC with Errol Spence Jr., right? Tszyu is a PBC fighter. They need a date. Amazon Prime pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Bud Crawford is always in the gym, always ready. It makes a whole lot of sense. It could be for a WBO strap. You know what I mean? That's if they could get the same day, even if they can't get the same day. You know what I mean? I feel like this is the fight that we should be pushing towards either way. You know what I mean? But Keith Thurman officially, the fight is off. He has been forced to pull out of the fight due to a quadricep injury, right? That's what I'm being told, due to a quadricep injury. So the Tszyu fight was canceled. You know what I mean? Sadly, the fight was canceled. The closer that fight got, right, I was looking more and more, towards it and seeing what actually might transpire. I know Boots at 47, but Boots versus 10 will be a crazy fight. Yeah, Tszyu is at 54, right? You know what I mean? But Crawford was already talking about going up to 54. I think that will make, the most sense at this point, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, Boots at 47. He probably go, focus on getting undisputed at 147, right? But I ain't gonna keep y'all in this thing too long, man. Skinny Hardaway, Southern T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking, and I'm out. Look.